What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Where are these Scarlet and Violet booster boxes going to be in 12 months? That's what we're going to discuss in today's video. I'm going to predict the future going through set by set, starting with Scarlet and Violet base set. We'll look at some of the Sword and Shield comparables and really just talk about each individual product moving forward 12 months from now. So end of summer 2026. It seems crazy, but the time has been flying. So let's get started right away. First thing I want to point your attention to, I made a little spreadsheet here comparing Sword and Shield booster boxes to Scarlet and Violet booster boxes based on how expensive they are. So for instance, the top Sword and Shield booster box is Evolving Skies at $23.80.60. The top Scarlet and Violet booster box right now, Paldea Evolved, $168.92. Next is Fusion Strike, Destined Rivals, Lost Origin, Twilight Masquerade. The reason why I thought this is important is just to kind of placeholder these in. Like, for instance, Paldea Evolved, Destined Rivals, Twilight Masquerade. I could see these three being fairly top of the line for Scarlet and Violet era. So when we're predicting into the future, these ones probably are going to go increased a little bit. But you will see something like Obsidian Flames is number 4 on the list right now. I don't think Obsidian Flames is the 4th best set in Scarlet and Violet era. So this is just to get an idea. It's not firm for sure, because Chilling Reign, yeah, it could definitely be number 4 long-term in Sword and Shield era. Obsidian Flames, I don't think is going to age like Chilling Reign is going to age. So we'll take a look here. And same with the Elite Trainer boxes. There's 5 Elite Trainer boxes in Sword and Shield era, 6 of them in Scarlet and Violet era. So Celebrations has been booming right now, up to $243, $151. I think this is the hot take of the video. Scarlet and Violet 151, I think, is going to be the most expensive Elite Trainer box maybe ever. Probably not in the next 12 months, but in the next 5 years, I think this is going to be one of the most in-demand products ever existing in Pokemon, especially modern. I don't know. Let me know if you agree or not down in the comments below. So first, let's talk about Scarlet and Violet base set. This is actually a really, really good product. Current market price is $222.96. And honestly, for base sets, this thing was printed quite heavily, to my knowledge. So there's something to be said. If we go back to my spreadsheet here really quickly, base set Sword and Shield, $498. They're just really hard to find. The print run was not nearly the same as a Scarlet and Violet base set. So am I thinking that Scarlet and Violet base set is going to run up to like a $500 booster box in the next 12 months? Definitely not. But Scarlet and Violet base set has some really good cards in it. It, of course, has the 2 new legendaries, Miraidon and Koraidon. Also has the Gardevoir trilogy in there as the Gardevoir special illustration rare, the Ralts and Kirlia illustration rare. There was the Slowpoke, which is a cool card. There's the Drowsy, which is a really good card. It went on that big run for a weekend or two. It made it up to $100. Now I think it sits around $25 to $30. So there's a great start to the Scarlet and Violet era in Scarlet and Violet base set. So right now, $222. I'm of the firm belief personally that they're not going to reprint Scarlet and Violet era, or Scarlet and Violet base set, what I meant to say. Came out March 2023. So this thing is already past 2 years old. They're not going to reprint this thing. So this thing is going to continue going up. Let's take a look. 6 months. It's a nice trajectory. 1 year, it's even a nicer trajectory. Like just a year ago, $90. It's already up 143%. So this thing has done well. And I think if I can say anything regarding the entire Scarlet and Violet era, people are going to want to continue opening Scarlet and Violet era. I think there's going to be clear winners and clear like mid sets out of Scarlet and Violet era. I'd place Scarlet and Violet base set in the middle of Scarlet and Violet era, but it's got illustration rares. Every set in Scarlet and Violet era has illustration rares. It's got some good special illustration rares. The Gardevoir is definitely a really, really fun start to that kind of trilogy that Pokemon has been doing with illustration rares and special illustration rares. I could see this box being $300 next summer for sure. They're just going to get more and more scarce as they... Well, it is out of print already. In my opinion, we're not seeing any Scarlet and Violet base set packs in tins or in collection boxes. They're not including this product anymore. And I think Scarlet and Violet base goes out of print along with a few other Scarlet and Violet era sets in April. So definitely by next summer, this box is going to be hard to get. There's no question about it. So I'm placing it in the middle. I could see this one going to 300. That's my prediction for 12 months from now. Next up, we have Paldea Evolved, Mr. P, as Alpha Investments likes to call it. And this set is definitely one of the front runners for me moving forward for Scarlet and Violet era. I love the set a lot. I think it's going to perform very, very well. It already has performed very, very well. Like, it went on this huge run. It was 290. Now it went to 371. Then it crashed. Didn't crash at all. Dropped down a little bit to 350. And now it's right back up to 370. A year ago, this thing, $141. And before that, like, let's call it 15, 16 months ago, this thing was also $90 to $100. Wild stuff, but that's the way it is. Current market price, $368.16. Here's my prediction about this one. This is going to be one of, like, it's not an Evolving Skies by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's a Chilling Reign, potentially a Fusion Strike. Like, I don't know if I'd put it that far up. Fusion Strike has the two huge hits in the Espeon VMAX and the Gengar VMAX, which are drawing a lot of attention still. Paldea Evolved only has the one hit in the Magikarp Illustration Rare, which is absolutely spectacular, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if Paldea Evolved has all of the extras to really push this into S tier. I think it's definitely an A to A plus tier. Magikarp runs the show. It's got the 3 starter lines with the Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and Quaxley all moving into their final evolution forms in the special illustration rares. You also got a couple legendaries, like, are they legendaries? I think they're legendaries. Qian Pao, Chi Yu, Tinglu, and I'm missing the Moose. Nope, not the Moose one. I'm missing one of them. Anyways, there's some good cards in Paldea Evolved. I like the set a lot. It's always fun to open. That's the ticket. Paldea Evolved, I always have fun opening it. The pull rates are really, really solid. It feels like you're going to get some good hits all the time out of the set. There's a lot of trainer cards as well. It's a really big set, which makes the chase even a little bit harder. So that chase for Magikarp, it will run the price up on this one quite well. I'm seeing this one for sure in the $500 range next summer. So end of August 2026, I'm predicting that Paldea Evolved is going to be $500 booster box. There, I said it. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on, hit the like button, leave a comment. I do live streams as well, live every Thursday night, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'd love for you to join us and hang out, so feel free to put that on your calendars. Next up is Obsidian Flames. Obsidian Flames, If we go back to my spreadsheet, it's number 4. It's 263, which would be comparable to Chilling Reign, and in no way, shape, or form do I think Obsidian Flames is a Chilling Reign level set. I don't think it's even a good set. I think it was bad to mid set at best. I mean, I was bored of this set within the month it came out, honestly. It came out, I think, in August of 2023, so it was a few months older than that, and now the market price on a box, $266, so it has really done well, especially in the last month. It's done really, really well. It shot up. Last 6 months, it shot up from 190. The last year, it was $113. This box you could buy for $90 for a long time. And there's just not much to Obsidian Flames. It went from Paldea Evolved, which is a really good set and a really big set, to Obsidian Flames, which is a really small set. There was only one Japanese booster box that made up the whole Obsidian Flames set. The big chase card is the Charizard from Obsidian Flames Special Illustration Rare, which has also been running quite well right now. So, I mean, that's cool. I really like that card, don't get me wrong. But other than that, you got the Pidgeot and Cleffa, Gloom. There's not a ton to Obsidian Flames. Honestly, I'm having a hard time coming up with why it's already a $266 booster box. But I think, here's my prediction for Obsidian Flames. People like it because it's hard to get right now. People like it because it's already old, in the sense that people who are just joining the hobby didn't get the opportunity to buy this box, so they're buying it now. And I mean, throughout this entire video, my predictions are based on a few things. I think Pokemon is as hot as ever before right now. I don't think that. I know that. But there's so much demand for these products. There's so much of these products being opened on rip and ship daily that I just don't think there's a lot of supply left of these older sets already. And I know some people have cases and cases of them, but in the grand scheme of things, I think these early Scarlet and Violet sets that were so cheap at a time will be hard to get and will remain hard to get. I don't think Pokemon is going to reprint Obsidian Flames, but on the flip side of that, I don't think Obsidian Flames holds enough value as a set. I don't think it holds enough chase cards that people are going to want to continue ripping this. It's not worth their time. It's not worth their money. So I think this set probably levels off at like the $300 range. And I think it might stay there for a little bit. So that's my take. $300 Obsidian Flame Booster Box in August 2026. Next, we're on to Paradox Rift. Paradox Rift also was one of those boxes that was just not liked at all. People didn't want it. People didn't want to open it. It was a hard sell. You could get this box, I'm sure you could get this box for $85 to $90 for a long, long time if we look at the year graph. I mean, a year ago it was 102, and 18 months ago, a year and a half ago, this box was definitely sub 100. Now it's $233, so that's 127% gain if you bought this a year ago, which is crazy to think. Paradox Rift, here's my take on Paradox Rift. It's a mid-level set. It's got a really cool chase card in the Groudon. It's got a really cool chase card in the Roaring Moon. Even though the Roaring Moon isn't expensive, I think it's actually a severely underpriced card for how cool of a card it is. I also really love the Iron Valiant, but I mean, that card isn't expensive either, which is just crazy to me. There's some great cards in Paradox Rift. It's a bit bigger of a set as well, which I like. I like that it's a hard chase. There's a couple other good illustration rares. You got the Steelix in this set. Some special illustration rares. The Iron Hands did well for a time. The Altaria special illustration rare did well for a time. So there's some good stuff to this set. I think Paradox Rift is way better than Obsidian Flames, but even being way better than Obsidian Flames, it's a mid-tier set in my opinion. So I mean, that's that. Paradox Rift prediction, I could see this one making its way up to like the $300 mark as well. And I guess this is what I'll say about Scarlet and Violet Era if I haven't said it already. Scarlet and Violet Era is running so fast right now. Used to think that, I mean, a booster box, you'd hold it for 3 to 5 years to start seeing some real gains on it. And right now it's like we're waiting 6 to 12 months. Like it's gone from years to months and sometimes months to weeks to see huge gains in value in Pokemon space right now. And I don't personally think there's going to be any signs of slowing down right quick because Mega Evolutions, whatever you're going to call it, an era or a set is coming out right quick, and then the 30th anniversary, so there's just more and more hype yet to come in the Pokemon space. Hopefully they keep printing lots and lots so that we have opportunities to grab this stuff. Anyways, Paradox Rift, is it going to keep running? Like currently, if we go back to the slides, currently it's ran pretty well for the last year, just like Pokemon has in general. I could see it continuing to rise, but I think this one's going to stop right around that $275 to $300 mark as well. There was a lot of Paradox Rift out there. I remember PokeAny was making a video quite a long time ago when this stuff was still dirt cheap, and he bought a whole bunch of Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces, or maybe it was Obsidian Flames, whatever it was. He bought a lot of it. So there's probably a lot of Paradox Rift out there, which is going to hold the price down maybe a little bit, but based on the way things are going, it's not going to bring it down that much. I should actually backtrack because we'll just go in chronological order. So we'll go backwards 1 to 151. This is the set of all sets that I think people are just going to continue to be extremely excited about. Literally, I've probably opened 2,000 packs of 151 throughout my lifetime of doing some streaming and opening it for myself as well. And it just never gets boring to me. This is the Pokemon that I grew up with in the late 90s, early 2000s. This is what I always think about when I come back to the Pokemon space, and I think 151 is going to be such high demand moving forward. People are going to want to continue opening up a set that celebrates their childhood. I think it's absolutely huge. You have the big three, Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise. You have the illustration rares to back it up with the 3 starters and their middle evolution lines. You have Pikachu. Man, I just can't say enough about this set. And already, here's my opinion about this set. These sat in Costco's and weren't bought up. Same with the Ultra Premium collection. Same with the Zapdos and Alakazam collection boxes. 151 was readily available for such a long time, but now since like October 2024, since the hype train really got started in Pokemon, there's all these new collectors and investors and whatever else there is in the hobby that didn't get the opportunity to open enough 151 to satisfy that craving, and now they're paying a hefty price for it. I said it at the start of the video, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151, in my opinion, is going to be the most expensive Elite Trainer box in Pokemon's history at some point. I don't know when. That's going to take a while, but it's going to be up there. Crazy that a booster box is going for less than this with 36 packs, and this 151 Elite Trainer box is going with 9 packs going for $327.72 right now. Average daily sold 3. They're selling. I mean, my goodness. The next sold is $350. That one's shipping to Canada, so maybe there's a few other listings that are a little bit cheaper than that, but I've been selling them for 400 Canadian dollars all day long lately, and they sell. People want this product. Okay, we did Paradox Rift already, and the next set to come out was Paldean Fates, so I didn't give you a prediction. Let's backtrack a little bit. 151 a year from now. I don't think they're going to print much more 151. Literally in less than a month, this set is going to be 2 years old. They have so much other stuff that they need to reprint, and they reprinted 151 so much already. Maybe they'll come out with one more, and maybe it'll be an opportunity to snag this up a little bit longer. But, I mean, in another year, this thing is going to be out of print. So I think that this box, currently at $327, the Elite Trainer box is going to for sure be $400. Arguably, it's going to be $500 for a regular Elite Trainer box. Is that not kind of disgusting? 2 years, well, it'll be 3 years after release then, and already up to $500. But I think that's how good 151 is. A nice voice crack there. So that's my prediction. $450 to $500 for 151 by August 2026. Okay, like I said, we did Paradox Rift. The next set to come out was Paldean Fates. So here we go. Current market price, $222.23. This is my hot take, and I've said it ever since Paldean Fates came out. Paldean Fates is infinitely better than Shining Fates. And I actually think it's way better than Hidden Fates as well because of the big 3 special illustration rares. Now, I think that they could have done Paldean Fates a little bit better by having like 10 special illustration rares would have made it like God level set to me. But even with the big 3, you got the Bubble Mew, you got the Charizard, you got the Gardevoir. Those special illustration rares are something special. And I think they're going to hold up very, very nicely, especially with the way the Bubble Mew has been performing lately, identifying itself as one of the top cards of Scarlet and Violet era. Talked about that in a recent video. I actually just picked up a second Gem Mint 10 copy of the Bubble Mew because I think it's going huge. I think it's going gangbusters. Anyways, those top 3 chase cards plus the set's value, like it's a lot of fun to open because you get baby shinies all over the place as well. You're sleeving up a card almost every pack, it seems like. So I think that's going to drive the price up for these, especially if they're getting hard to find. I mean, the Elite Trainer box is already extremely hard to find. The bundles are still like out there occasionally, but getting expensive as well. So current market price of $222.23. I think this one, like look at the graph on this. It's getting a little bit exponential here. It was $42. Man, oh man, do I wish I would have stocked up on Paldean Fates. I didn't get enough of it. I didn't get nearly enough of it. But I could see this box definitely hitting $300, $350. especially if they don't reprint any more of this stuff, this Elite Trainer box is going to be extremely hard to find. So I think there's a lot of good happening with Paldean Fates. I think it's definitely one of the top sets of Scarlet and Violet era. It's got lots of pull rates. It's got lots of fun. It's got top chase cards. It's got a lot going for it. So I'm going to say $350 by August 2026 for Paldean Fates Elite Trainer box. Now we're on to Temporal Forces. This set is where my opinions started to change as Scarlet and Violet continued going places, because Scarlet and Violet era, like, the pull rates were really fun, and then Temporal Forces released a hit, and my goodness, did we get rocked on the stream. It was a tough one, but it's also an interesting set because it brought about these ancient and future Pokemon. Like, that was the main theme of the set. Paradox Rift had some of it, but it also had some Paradox Pokemon. Temporal Forces was like full into it with the Iron Crown and Iron Leaves, Raging Bolt, Walking Wake, Gouging Fire, all these, Iron Boulder. Those were the big hits of the set. So are people going to want to continue that? Like, it was a gimmick. I like that Pokemon gave it an attempt, but it's not a memorable gimmick for me. I'm much more, I want to open up other sets. Like, Temporal Forces does not scream top of the list for me to go back and open up the set. It just doesn't have that huge chase card for me because the Paradox Pokemon weren't that memorable for me. That's a personal opinion, but current market price is $235, so it's doing pretty good. If you look at the graph, it's had a steady growth over the last 3 months. If you look at the 1 year graph, it was another box that was $100, and it was sub $100 for a little while. So what I was saying, this is starting to get to the range of, like, hey, Pokemon could actually start reprinting Temporal Forces still. If you look at the Masks of Ogerpon box, it came with 5 packs of Temporal Forces, 5 packs of Twilight Masquerade. So I think there's possibility that we're going to continue seeing Temporal Forces in collection boxes, maybe in some of the tins, maybe some Elite Trainer box reprints, or some anything. You could see Temporal Forces continue to make its rounds for a little bit. It's not aged out quite yet. So I think that's going to hold the price down. I also think that Temporal Forces is going to age as a mid-level set. It's not going to be an extreme set where people can't wait to open Temporal Forces. So in that sense, I think just with the hype, like, $300 is the baseline for me. I think Pokemon is going to continue cooking a little bit. So in another year from now, that means that Temporal Forces is almost 2 years old. Like, I think this set came out when, I don't remember exactly, but it would have been early 2024, if I remember correctly. So it's been out for a year and a half. So yeah, Paldean Fates was in January 2024. So this one would have been like February or March 2024, if my memory serves me correctly. So still a little bit of time. I'm going to say that this one's going to hold its own at like the 250 to 275 mark. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, just because it's not that exciting of a Pokemon set, even though I don't think it's a bad Pokemon set at all. Definitely mid, like, it's a B level set, C plus maybe, but not too bad. Twilight Masquerade, on the other hand, is one of these ones that I really, really, really like. I think it's a great set, and I didn't think that moving forward. I remember making videos about as this set was like getting leaked and we were starting to see cards from it. I was like, oh man, Twilight Masquerade does not look good at all. But then we start opening it up and get the Greninja, which is an amazing special illustration rare. The Blood Moon Ursaluna is a cool card. The Carmine, the Perrin, and the Perrin along with the Growlithe just makes great Pokemon cards. And I don't know, even though I don't love the mask Pokemon, I love Twilight Masquerade. It's definitely one of my favorite sets of Scarlet and Violet era for some reason. And it seemed to be a little bit of a turning point. Like, you could sense as I was making videos back then, Obsidian Flames, and then Paradox Rift, and then Temporal Forces. Of course, you had 151 and Paldean Fates mixed in there, but you could kind of sense like the decline of Pokemon a little bit in terms of hype. Paradox Rift wasn't very exciting. Obsidian Flames wasn't very exciting. There was huge excitement for 151, but then it waned again because Paradox Rift came out, and then Temporal Forces came out, And then it was like, and then people weren't that excited about Twilight Masquerade, but then people were pleasantly surprised with Twilight Masquerade. So current market price, $287. I think that's good. Like I said about Temporal Forces, there was 5 packs of the Ogre Pawn box of Twilight Masquerade. 5 packs of Twilight Masquerade in the Ogre Pawn box. So I think we'll still see Twilight Masquerade make its way through some collection boxes, through some tins. We're going to see more Twilight Masquerade packs in the future. It's not done printing yet. And I think this is a high candidate for a reprint, but arguably maybe not the booster boxes. What we're seeing, and I haven't really discussed this yet, but what we're seeing is that Pokemon isn't necessarily reprinting the booster boxes that much. They're reprinting packs to get packs into the fans' hands that they can open up these packs for pretty cheap. So booster boxes I think are still going to be really, really sexy as an investment. So $287 right now. The trajectory is pretty good. A year ago, you could buy this for $136. 18 months ago, you could buy this for $100 for sure. All day long. I remember Card Party 2, we were buying these booster boxes for $100. By the end of the weekend, we were buying them for $120. So that was like this little micro economy at Card Party 2 in Florida, which was really fun. So $287. Prediction for next year, I think this box is going to continue going up, especially if they don't reprint, which I'm going to assume they're only reprinting packs, ETBs, not booster boxes. That's my assumption. It's a big assumption, but I'm going to assume that this box is going to be $400. That's my prediction for August 2026. After Twilight Masquerade, we came to a hated set, and it kept the hype low. Shrouded Fable. No one wanted it. No one wanted even a piece of it. $64 in the marketplace right now. A year ago, what was it? $32. Made its way under $30 you could get this thing for. And now it's up 100% to $64. I still think that the general population doesn't love Shrouded Fable. So people aren't going to want it that much. Which, yeah, I get. There's some cool cards in the set. I love the Beware illustration rare. The Fracture is a cool illustration rare. I'm missing a couple. The Duskull line and the Persian. That's the big hit out of the set. I think the Persian is absolutely spectacular. The Cassiopeia is actually a pretty cool card, but it hasn't performed that well. And I've always had a beef with this set because Earthen Vessel is so expensive. It's been the top chase card of the set for quite a while. I don't know if it actually still is or not. I didn't check before recording this, but that's a bummer when a gold item card is the top chase card of a set. So I don't think the set is going to age very well. If anything, I would compare Shrouded Fable to like a Pokemon Go type of set. Pokemon Go still isn't great. Like if we go back to my spreadsheet, Pokemon Go, $84. Yeah, I could see Shrouded Fable like maintaining that $84 if that makes sense. The only thing that's keeping Shrouded Fable high actually is that Greninja and Kingdra special illustration rare collection boxes, because those are bangers. We all know what's happened to the promos lately. So anyways, I could see 64. Let's call it a Pokemon Go set. Shrouded Fable's going to be $85 in August of 2026. There's no way they're going to reprint Shrouded Fable, right? There's so many other things that Pokemon needs to reprint before Shrouded Fable. So maybe the short print run is going to help Shrouded Fable do good. I kind of doubt it though. Stellar Crown. This one, as I think back to it, and I'm going to disappoint some people, but Stellar Crown is one of the more disappointing sets out of Scarlet and Violet for me. Because this is like the one reason. I don't have that much bad to say about Stellar Crown, but Lapras all over the pack artwork. It's on the box, and they don't make a special illustration rare Lapras. It could have been one of the best sets of Scarlet and Violet era if they did a few things differently. I don't mind this Stellar Crowns, like the crowns of, I don't even know. I think they're called Stellar, right? Stellar Pokemon? Or Terra style Pokemon. I don't know. I don't follow the lore that much, to be honest with you, but Lapras could have been such a good card. My goodness. And they didn't do it. So this set it's missing the big chases. The Terapagos is a really cool card. The Galvantula is a really cool card. The Hydrapple is a cool card. The Daxbun is a really cool card. There's some good cards in this set. Some good illustration rares in this set as well, but it's missing a big chase card. So I think that this booster box. Stellar Crown is never going to perform extremely well. If we go back here, where is Stellar Crown? It's Silver Tempest. Like, Silver Tempest is infinitely better than Stellar Crown because Silver Tempest has the Lugia. Has a huge chase card. I'd compare Stellar Crown to, like, it's got to be better than Darkness Ablaze, is it not? Stellar Crown, maybe it's like Battle Styles. Like, why is Darkness Ablaze ahead of Battle Styles? Battle Styles is so much better than Darkness Ablaze. Must just be the print run. My goodness. Anyway, Stellar Crown, back on it. Prediction, $275. It's going to continue going up as Pokemon continues going up, but I don't think people are going to have a high demand to open Stellar Crown. There's better sets to open, like Surging Sparks, right? Surging Sparks. This is where the hype all started. Surging Sparks. And this set has actually kind of been stagnant over the last 3 months. If we look over a year, honestly, lots of the year, like, this set started off pretty high. The pre-orders were low. If you got a pre-order in for Surging Sparks, you did very well. If they didn't get canceled on you, like lots of stores did, and that's where the heat started and all the scalping and craziness and bad things. But it's been pretty steady in the 200 to 250 range. So here's where it starts to get tricky, because we're talking about 12 months of predictions. We're not talking about 3 to 5 years or 2 to 3 years. We're talking about 12 months. Surging Sparks is certainly going to get reprinted. There's actually the ETB and bundle combo going through, is it Costco or Sam's Club? One of the two right now. So there's going to be more Surging Sparks packs out there. The question is, are they going to reprint the booster box? I actually think they did a little bit, but distribution is still holding up the costs on these things. So I think it's going to remain high. I don't know if there's a ton of room for growth in the next 12 months for Surging Sparks. And to be honest with you, Surging Sparks, I think, is a really, really good set. It's got the Latias special illustration rare, the Pikachu special illustration rare, the Hydreigon special illustration rare. There's some good stuff in this set. There's some good illustration rares as well, the Latios. But I feel like Surging Sparks got overlooked, partly because it was an end of 2024 set. Prismatic Evolutions started taking the heat right quick after. Actually, even the Japanese Terrestrial Festival started taking the heat away from Surging Sparks right quick. So people maybe didn't pay attention to Surging Sparks that much, and maybe it's one of those that kind of gets lost in translation as people started focusing on the craziness, as people started focusing on Prismatic Evolutions, and then coming up the badness of Journey Together and the greatness of Destined Rivals, right? So do people want to open Surging Sparks still? Is Pikachu, that chase card, actually a good chase card? Arguably not. I don't know. It's not my favorite card in the world, but it's still Pikachu. It's still a big chase card. It's still worth lots of money, so maybe it is. I don't know. You tell me down in the comments below. Anyways, this one, it's currently $243. Just because of how recent it is, that's where it starts to get tricky, like I said. But I still think this one's going to be a $300 box in the nearest future, with the caveat that if they reprint it, obviously this booster box could come down a little bit. I don't think it's coming down to like 200 or 180. I think it's going to be 225 or 300. So it kind of depends on the reprint situation. Speaking of reprint situation, Pokemon has been reprinting this a lot already. Prismatic Evolutions. It just, I mean, the hype, Prismatic Evolutions took the hype to a new level. So what's going to happen with this box? They've been printing it and printing it. We've seen bundles. We've seen the ETBs again. We've seen Costco get it. We've seen Sam's Club get it. We've seen Scalping get it. Man. And now there's a new box coming out pretty quick. I think same week as Mega Evolutions comes out is a new Prismatic Evolutions box, if I remember correctly. And yeah, we're going to see some stuff. But it hasn't done a ton to the price. 3 months, I mean, it's down a little bit, 13%, but it's still high 90s Elite Trainer box. And like, it was 150. So I guess it's come down a little bit, but I mean, you'd like to see this box at 75, right? Or 70 or even 60, but I don't think it's ever getting there. They just keep getting eaten up. And I think more and more people have this opinion that Prismatic is one of those sets that it's a great hold. Even if it doesn't perform well right now, as long as it keeps coming down, I'm just going to keep buying more of it because it's a great hold. It's a set that people are always going to want to chase the evolutions. So I don't know. It's a hard one. So in the next 12 months, I think my prediction is going to stay like right here. They're going to continue reprinting this, trying to get the price down. I think this Elite Trainer box is going to stay at $100. I've heard some videos talk about how there's going to be a sealed case premium. So maybe the sealed case is going to be like $150 per Elite Trainer box, but there's so many loose ones out there. My sense of it is that people went to Costco, went to Sam's Club, or getting holds of these reprints of Prismatic and maybe opening a couple and holding a couple. So I think there's a lot of them out there, which may keep the price relatively steady. I mean, the conversation for Prismatic shouldn't be 12 months. It should be 3 to 5 years. And then, of course, my expectation of this set is sky high. That it's going to do very, very well. August of 2026, it's going to be right at $100, in my opinion. Hopefully, or maybe not hopefully, I don't know. I could very well be proven wrong. We'll have to replay this video a year from now. What came after Prismatic? Journey Together. A little bit of a disappointing set. However, this is the big question mark right now as we're talking about Mega Evolutions coming out soon. Journey Together is the first booster box that had that box topper promo card for a very long time, which makes it kind of special. Even though Journey Together isn't all that special of a set, you got the Lily's Clefairy, which is a good chase card, the Ends Zoroark, Iona's Bellybolt, but there's not a ton to get excited about. I like some of the illustration rares too. I actually have a lot of fun opening Journey Together, but I don't think it's going to be on the top of anyone's list that I need to open Journey Together in the futures, which gives a little bit of a bad taste. But anyways, current market price $225. I think there's something to be said about that promo card, especially if they reprint this thing without the promo card. That's going to create those cases and those booster boxes some extra hype and some extra value. So it's currently performing well. Booster boxes in general are performing well, as you've seen. And now, yeah, it was just under $200 right kind of at release there, and now up to $225. I could see this thing. We're going to see more and more Journey Together packs make it through collection boxes, make it through tins, and anything else that Pokemon throws our way. So we're not anywhere close to done with Journey Together yet. However, these booster boxes, especially if they don't reprint the promo card, that's going to drive the price of these things up quite a bit. I'm going to say this is going to be another $250 to $275 box in a year from now. 3 to 5 years from now, I think Journey Together could do quite well as actually kind of one of the top picks of my list for like the 3 to 5 year outlook, just because of that box topper. But a year from now, not a ton of gain or not a ton of growth that we're going to see, I don't think. And that brings us to the last main set, Destined Rivals. This is the S tier set for me out of Scarlet and Violet era. So the only thing tricky about this is how much it's growing already and how new this set is. Like, it literally just came out. It's not old at all, but it's so fun. You got 4 absolutely spectacular chase cards, and I'm not even including some really good chase cards. I'm talking about Ethan's Ho-Oh, Cynthia's Garchomp, Team Rocket's Moltres, Team Rocket's Mewtwo. The caveat with the Moltres is that it's getting reprinted for the Ultra Premium Collection coming up soon, so that's going to be an interesting topic to see what happens with special illustration rares that get reprinted with a stamp on it. Hard to know, but the Mewtwo is pretty iconic. It's not even my favorite card in the world, but it's Mewtwo with Giovanni in the picture, so that's pretty cool. Ethan's Ho-Oh is my favorite artwork of Scarlet and Violet era, and Cynthia's Garchomp is not far behind. A very, very, very cool card. This booster box is crazy hard to get right now, almost unavailable. Like, $367. Again, I have my settings to ship to Canada, so maybe there's some cheaper ones, but it's expensive. They're still selling. Current market price is $325 basically. And look at this last 3 months, like just a big jump from $250 up to $325 in the matter of a month and a half. So this set, I mean, we're definitely going to see more Destined Rivals get reprinted, but is it going to come in the form of booster boxes? That's the big question on everyone's mind right now. Are we going to see booster box reprints or not? Or are we just going to see these collection boxes that bring packs our way for a decent price? Both are good, but maybe there's just this priority for investing in booster boxes right out of the gate. That's always been my strategy anyways. Just grab it while it's easier to get. Even if you overpay a little bit in 3 to 5 years, that's not going to matter one bit. My expectation or my prediction for Destined Rivals, I think this one's going to keep running. I could see this in a year from now being $425, up $100, maybe even $450. Unless they put a big reprint out. But people like booster boxes, and it doesn't seem like they're coming out that frequently. So we shall see. The interesting part about the packs, like, of course we're going to see more Destined Rivals packs, but Destined Rivals in the Rocket Moltres' Ultra Premium Collection, we're only getting 2 Destined Rivals packs. That's based on the picture. Like, what a mistake. What a mistake. And that brings us to the most recent set, White Flare and Black Bolt. Again, these are coming down a little bit. The White Flare ETB is at 80. The Black Bolt ETB, 86. Black Bolt, based on my sales, is more popular. However, it's kind of interesting because I actually like the White Reshiram better. The Red Victini from White Flare, it was more expensive. I haven't checked in the last week or so, but I think partly Black Bolt has the Seismitoad, which is huge. It has the Black Zekrom, and it has the Zekrom Special Illustration Rare. I actually pulled that on Thursday's stream last week, which is really, really a cool card, the SIR Zekrom. In terms of a year from now, this set is just so new. There's no way we don't see stuff like Black Bolt and White Flare combos at Costco. We'll see some mini tins, I'm sure. We'll see some bundles for sure. Like, we're going to see more Black Bolt and White Flare. It's brand new. It's literally brand new. So we're going to get more and more of this stuff. So if anything, I could see this staying pretty static, maybe even coming down. I'd like to say, here's my prediction, which is maybe a cop-out a little bit, but I'm going to say that Black Bolt and White Flare are going to be a $75 to $100 ETB each in a year, August 2026. So that was a long video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you're still listening, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for me, and yeah, leave a comment for sure, and come hang out on Thursday nights. Let me know what you think, if my predictions are way off or if you think that I'm onto something. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you again very soon. Peace!